It is none other than Kris Rubio. Kris!
Yay! Where's my applause?
Rubio, how are you doing today on this fine day?
Good, sir. How are you guys? I am happy to be on this show with two good friends that I've known for a while. Two people that annoy me equally. So
we go back. We were sharing stories before we started recording, and the love is real.
We could go days and days with different stories I have with you two, man.
Real quick, the one that shocked me the most was the fact that you said you were considering going to Austin, and then now the newest update is you're not?
No, I don't feel like I was on the fence, but I don't know now. I'm just like, when LA is open, there's nothing that could beat it, dude. And surely everything's gonna open back up. I'm still entertaining the thought. I was actually considering, even though my wife doesn't agree, but I was thinking about visiting Florida. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know, man.
If you guys don't know Kris, we have promoted him in the past, but he is the host of a very liberal and progressive podcast called Kris Rubio.
It's all about social justice.
Talks about Alexandria.
It was a hiatus for about 2 weeks. I was dating Anna Kasparian from the Young Turks, and it didn't go too well. A couple more days, she might accuse me of some stuff, but just don't believe anything she says.
So it's back. So the show's back. It's back after a 2-week hiatus.
Yes, tomorrow and Saturday, live streaming tomorrow and Saturday. It used to be daily, but it was too much work, Zach. It was too much work.
I understand. In the studio with Rubio, please go check him out. He's on TikTok, he's on YouTube, he's on Facebook, any platform that social media wise you can find him. But as you guys see, he's wearing a Lakers hat, so we're gonna get a good portion of the Laker talk in for you guys. Kris, if you could give a grade for what the Lakers season was this year, what would you give the grade?
A hypothetical grade, or the grade that I wanted to give them?
The grade that you want.
The grade I want to give them was, of course, an A.
Yeah.
Okay. Hypothetically, because of all the injuries and stuff, even though it's hypothetical, I would say a C.
That's about right. I mean, I would have to agree to that because our potential was an A. And what happened was exactly that, a C. It mirrored my my junior high and high school days very much. Yeah. So I was a C average student.
It just shows you how a great bench could actually help out, but we didn't have one, And every team, even what's the best case? I forgot which team was that? The Detroit Pistons with Ben Wallace.
2004.
Oh yeah.
Billups,
Rip Hamilton, Ben Wallace.
Yeah.
2004.
Nobody ever talks about their bench, but their bench was great too.
Yeah.
It's like you need a good bench.
Yeah, they mold the Lakers. Yeah, I completely agree. We just had a lot of hiccups, a lot of inconsistencies. Kuzma, and I don't know. How do you feel about Kyle Kuzma? I always like to ask everyone this question because it's always mixed.
Okay, so this is how I feel about Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma to me will be is exactly like a Clarkson. I don't feel like he fits the mold to be in LA, but if you put him someplace else, he could definitely kill. He has the skills necessary. Look what Jordan Clarkson did. We had him.
I know.
And demolish. Like, I was like, why didn't he do this before? But, the offense wasn't set up, I guess. Like the chemistry wasn't there, And in basketball, it's all about chemistry,
Yeah.
So.
I know a lot of Laker fans are willing to trade for the Sacramento Kings' Buddy Hield. Just like if they can do Kyle Kuzma for Buddy in a certain, like maybe a little few assets, but not too much involved in that trade. But to me, I'm still thinking like, Kyle Kuzma's potential is higher than that. Like you don't realize when he goes to another team, he's going to be dropping 20 points a night. Like he's going to be like the other alumni that we've seen with the Lakers scouting department.
Like a Clarkson.
Like a D'Angelo Russell, like a Julius, like a Brandon Ingram. Right.
So and that brings the question, like, what is the Lakers doing wrong to not make these young kids who are supposedly will help the franchise in the future. What's hindering them from going to their potential? Is it the coaching? What is it? I can't pinpoint it. That's why I want to ask you two experts. I can't pinpoint it.
It's funny you say that.
You know,
yeah.
is it the oversaturation of focus on LeBron and AD? And you know, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
We kind of discussed it a lot on here, and we kind of almost agreed to that, where it just felt like it was more focused on LeBron and AD when they were there. You know, they just kind of like let that be. But then once you took them out of the equation, they were just like, duh, what do we do? What do we do? But then they figured it out. But then when they inserted AD and LeBron back in, they're just like, yeah, what do we do? What do we do? So like they just kind of like lost their focus. So, you know, I think me and Zach agreed, just kind of got comfortable.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Is that what you see? Just them just
well,
being comfortable?
like also for the scouting depart, like I think the question that Kris was asking, like, how do you like bring up a rookie like you did with Kobe? Like, how can you find a way to like have the scouting department not just like recruit or like draft the best players, but how can you get them to stay? And to be honest, this is a landmark team where you have to go find the hottest free agent. This is like a Kobe, Shaq, or I'm sorry, excuse me. This was like a Shaquille O'Neal. You could do it via trade, like how you acquired Pau Gasol, but most of the great Lakers have come from outside the franchise. The Wilt Chamberlain, the Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, like this is just another team where you have to grab the top free agent or trade for the next big superstar.
Kobe was outside.
Kobe, yeah, technically, yeah.
Technically,
they got him on draft night. Yeah,
he was outside.
Yeah, Charlotte, they had to grab him like that, but. I mean, how many, like, they drafted Magic, right? They drafted Jerry West. They got lucky with James Worthy because that was a year where the Lakers were injured.
Yeah, we got Worthy. What about Oscar Robertson? Did we get him?
No.
Did he come from New York?
No. Oscar stayed with Milwaukee while we grabbed his buddy Lou Alcindor.
Now that I think about it, can you guys name any other teams that actually had like one homegrown like franchise player that like was successful at winning championships for that franchise?
Steph Curry right now.
Jordan.
But just those
right
two,
now?
Or just no overall? I mean, can
Tim
you think
Duncan.
of any? Tim Duncan, okay.
So I think it's more of
Bird.
like Bird, Dr. J.
Yeah, he was always
Bill
on
Russell,
Philadelphia.
Wilt. Man, you could go on and on.
Wilt was he was a
Lakers.
Laker. Yeah, he was a Laker the whole time, huh?
No, but like to that point, it's like that. I feel as if that's more of an old school thing.
Yeah.
Where it's just like now it's more common because this is a players league, and so they're like, yo, I want to get mine. Like, where can I go for the championships? It's gonna be unusually weird to see Damian Lillard leave the Portland Trailblazers.
You know what? You just read my mind when you were just talking, and you said Damian Lillard, because look, man, I give all the respect to Damian Lillard. He's doing it the old school way. He's like, you know what? Portland's my team. I'm gonna stay here, and they build around me. You know, but then man, you can't get nowhere. You can't even get to the conference finals without building a super team.
Yeah, or they can't get a win. They've been to the conference finals, but they couldn't buy a win against the Warriors.
Yeah.
Do you think it's potential that's going to happen? Him being traded to not necessarily the Lakers, but him being traded. Hopefully the Lakers.
Fingers crossed.
We could have got Chris Paul too a long time ago. Just remember that, guys.
We had a couple. Yeah, we had a couple chances that well, obviously, the old veto.
Just let that soak in for a bit. We could have had Chris Paul. You don't like Chris Paul?
Former Laker, Chris Paul.
I didn't like what he turned out to be. That's all. Like,
what do you mean? What did he turn out to be?
As soon as he became a Clipper, he was like,
I grew up a Clippers fan.
He just totally denied all the Laker loyalty that he wanted to have.
Well, of course he had to, because he was part of he pulled the.
Yeah, I mean, it's all politics and optics, man. Come on, Zach, like you don't know.
I mean, I do, but at the same time,
yeah.
There's one person that I like that's on the Clippers, and it's Kawhi Leonard. I do like other players, I should say. Reggie Jackson, like, is another person that I think
I like Reggie
kid's got
Jackson,
heart.
Yeah.
He could be the Lakers if they can do it right. They could probably grab him and replace him for Schroeder, and that would be a nice pickup. But Kawhi, I just like the fact that Kawhi's always honest with the media. He doesn't have to impress you.
Yeah.
Like, he's always going to keep it 100.
Yeah, man. I don't think there's a single person in my life that dislikes Kawhi on or off the court.
Yeah.
He's just a stand-up dude. But however, I do think Patrick Beverley is probably one of the most annoyingest players to ever exist of all of basketball. You know, I think I would put him in the top 4 pests.
Yeah, I mean, try to name somebody else that like got on your nerves. I'm trying to think.
Dennis Rodman.
Of course. I liked him because he was NWO though.
Rashid.
Rashid, yes, Rashid, yeah, dude, 100%.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But I mean, as far as like overall annoying, like I gotta say, Patrick Beverley has to take the cake with that.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, I think Dennis Rodman takes the cake.
You think so?
But
the worm?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Rod the bod. Now, have you been watching? Well, did you watch the Western Conference Finals at least?
Yes. I mean, when I could.
Yeah.
I caught it on the radio on most days, but yeah, man.
So you're listening to the Clippers radio network?
Of course, I'm going for the West. I'm going for. I'm expecting. Who do you guys have? I say Phoenix in 6.
Giannis is day to day, so I think that will change everything if he can play.
As long as to me, it's always if the Lakers aren't in it, then I hope it goes to the East, no matter what.
Yeah, same.
I just don't want another Western Conference team to win the title if it's not the Lakers, because I'm definitely biased like that.
Oh man, I'm biased towards the West though.
Have you noticed how obnoxious the Phoenix fans have been getting?
Dude, they've been getting pretty violent.
My God. Do you know Mark Fry? You know Mark Fry, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Redhead, yeah.
Big Phoenix Suns fan.
Is he?
Man, big Phoenix Suns. Yeah, huge. You know, and to his credit, I was like a year ago when we were at the San Luis Obispo Comedy Festival, I was telling him Phoenix is not going to be a team in 10 years. It's never going to win a championship. I was talking all this shit. Phoenix has been the runt of NBA jokes till I don't know, forever, till Thunder Dan. You guys can't win one, and all of a sudden they're here, and I'm like, fuck.
It's funny. I remember when the Suns lost to the Lakers in 2010, and they Western Conference Finals. And I remember I was at a bar in Arizona because I had a show like around that time, and I remember I was wearing my Laker jersey, and I got so much trash for it. And but I was telling everybody, I was like, hey, I was like, you know what? I was like, you guys need like one more person. I mean, clearly this is Steve Nash. It was Stoudemire. Wait, was Stoudemire?
Shawn Marion, maybe?
It's somebody else. I can't remember. Gortat was on that team, I believe.
By the way, dude, that was a great team to watch. Yeah. I loved watching that team.
Especially Nash.
Second or less offense.
That D'Antoni 9-second shoot offense was ridiculous. It changed the game. It really did.
Absolutely. You know? I mean, I know it hasn't won a championship yet, but I definitely.
I know, but again, it kind of. I mean, Steve Kerr kind of ran it with like Steph Curry.
True, and he was the general manager at that time. Yeah, but like it's kind of like Billy Beane not being World Series champion, but the Boston Red Sox are, you know, like it's he might have been like someone that was an early pioneer, but he inspired the next great thing to come of it.
Yeah.
I just it's cool to see the Suns progress into what they've become, but I'm a little bit jealous. Are you jealous that they have Devin Booker, Chris? Because he's a Kobe guy.
Am I jealous?
Yeah.
Kobe student.
He's a Kobe guy.
I'm not jealous. Was there any chance that we could have got him in any way in the past?
I know he was very disgruntled with the Phoenix franchise.
I remember that.
There was a possible trade rumors. And
I forgot, what year did he get drafted again?
Like 2 years ago, 3 years ago?
No, it's longer than that. I want to say 2016, but let me double check.
Really? Has it been that long?
Maybe 2017.
Because he was traded
what
up.
was the draft class on that?
Oh wow, 2015 he was drafted.
Wow.
So he's 20.
Who was inside that draft class? 2016 with Devin Booker.
So I'm looking it up right now. Karl Anthony Towns went first. D'Angelo went second. Jaleel went third. Kristaps went fourth. And then Devin Booker was number 13, which was Kobe's number.
13.
We could have had him. We could have had him.
Yeah, the Lakers got D'Angelo Russell.
I remember that. I was so excited about D'Lo, though. I really was excited for D'Lo.
Yeah, I was.
He was the
excited
point
for
guard that
D'Lo
we
too.
needed at the time.
Yeah. Oh, that's so frustrating.
Okay, so let me re-ask the question. Are you jealous or bitter
Yes,
or
now I'm
angry?
jealous. Now I'm jealous. Yeah. Yeah, well, this is new information for me. So, yes, I'm jealous. Of course. But then, again, I mean, would he have ended up to be another D'Angelo Russell where we didn't utilize him? You know?
Well, okay. That's a good point because Byron Scott was the head coach at the time for the Lakers. Byron Scott and D'Angelo Russell, depending on who you ask, will blame each other for the progress of D'Angelo Russell. So one will say like, oh, he didn't want to learn, he was too immature. The other one was like, well, he was trying to make me a point guard when I was a shooting guard. That bitch didn't know. So it was a little headlock, like it's a head-to-head collision whenever you ask them about like, hey, who do you blame for the D'Angelo Russell?
Who was running the 1 and 2?
So Kobe was still in the league at that time. Kobe was still in the league, but D'Angelo was like, and to Byron Scott's credit, D'Angelo Russell did become a better passer. However, because Kobe was still in the league, Kobe could have moved to the 3, but they moved him to the 1, had Kobe at the 2.
So once again, are you jealous or bitter that Devin Booker's on Suns?
Yes.
Because I am.
Now.
I totally am. It's cool to see him, because I know like Zach might disagree because he has mixed feelings towards him, but
do you not? Does Zach not like him?
No, I like
Zach. Do you not like?
I just think his
attitude.
playoffs. I think he's like getting an attitude problem. Like I don't like the fact that he shoved 80 when he was airborne and he already had a lower body injury, and then
that wasn't cool.
That wasn't cool, and there were some other things he was doing during the Clippers series.
There's no excuse for that kind of stuff.
When it comes to like playing dirty, it's different. But like like kind of playing with a chip on your shoulder, which I could tell he has one. Especially just throughout the last couple of seasons. It's cool to see him like just ball out. I mean, the guy was destroying us, and that's when I was like, "Yeah, these guys are good." And then Zach's like, "No, they're not. They're not that good." I was like, "Dude, they're pretty good." I was just like, watching them, like they're playing tight, they're playing like fast, they're just in sync, they're just gelling. And I'm like, "Yeah, these guys are on some like crazy momentum." And I wouldn't like the last. I think I want to say the last seasons that the Lakers were in the playoffs. Every time we got eliminated, it was always by the winner. I think on the last at least 5 seasons that were in the playoffs. So, or not necessarily 5, or I want to say at least 3. So I remember the Dallas Mavericks in 2011, they went all the way. And then what was the last time?
2012 was maybe OKC.
Spurs, I think.
OKC lost. Spurs lost in 2013.
Yeah. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
But in this case here, it could be the Suns again. So, or it can be the Suns that could be making all the way. But so are you saying that are you going for the Suns? You said to win it all this season.
I'm going for the Suns. Yeah.
Okay.
I like them.
Okay.
I like them.
To my credit, though, let me defend myself real quick.
Let's hear it.
I think the Suns have had the easiest path. I'm coming from that camp because I know there are people that are going like, oh, the Suns had the easiest path, and there are people like, you're just haters. It's like, okay, I'm sorry. Have you ever seen an NBA team have to play none of the superstars of either of their teams in the playoffs? Like, they had no Kawhi, Clippers had no Kawhi. Then the Western Conference semifinals, the Nuggets didn't have a Jamal Murray, who was a freaking killer last year's playoffs.
Insane.
And then Anthony Davis, who had carried the Lakers through the playoffs most of last year, also got hurt as well. So it's like, Giannis is now hurt. Giannis's injury was a freak injury. Can you imagine if this guy is able to come out and play well? Like, it's just eerily similar to the fact that, like, a lot of these people have been day-to-day, if anything.
So are you saying it's a conspiracy behind everything?
Yes, I think the NBA was rigged by the Native Americans. I think they wanted the Suns versus the Bucks. What could get more Native American about that?
Yeah, they want their land back.
Never! Arizona versus a Milwaukee.
They want their land back that they savagely took from another tribe.
You Satanists want to sacrifice the West!
You would think I'd be rooting for them too, as part Native. I would, I usually I'd have a say in this, but I don't know. My team's the Lakers. Every other tribe could f off, pretty much. Go Lakers. That's my.
By the way, I don't want to change topics, but just real quick, what year was Kobe drafted again? What year was that?
96.
Huh?
96.
96.
96. So I had a conversation yesterday, and I'm going to say that 96 is probably the best draft class of all time.
Oh, it was loaded.
I agree.
Yeah, KG as well too.
The
I
best
believe,
draft class of all time. Not even a dispute. Not even no other draft class comes close.
Steve Nash was
I
in
don't
that.
think.
Steve Nash was there too, right? And Tim Duncan.
Iverson was there.
So it was Iverson 1, Marcus Camby 2, Sharif Abdul-Rahim 3, Stephon Marbury 4, Ray Allen 5, Antoine Walker, Kobe Bryant, Peja Stojakovic, Steve Nash, Jermaine O'Neal, Iglaskis. Do you remember Zadrunas?
Yeah.
Derek Fisher, number 24.
That's right, D Fish.
Yeah. And then Tim Duncan was drafted number 1 in a different year.
Oh,
I think
okay.
97 or something.
No KG either.
Oh.
No. KG was 95, if not 97. So KG came out the year after. I forgot about that.
Oh, okay.
Damn, that is a bomb class right there, bro.
I do you think we're ever gonna? Do you think there's ever gonna be another draft class like that? I mean, especially with
no,
you don't think so at all, especially with like the pass that Kobe.
That's hard to beat, man.
Sorry, by the way, KG was drafted 95.
Okay.
Who?
KG was 95, and then Kobe came out 96, and then Duncan came out 97.
Oh, okay.
I mean, you have let's just say 3 Hall of Famers in there: Ray Allen, Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson.
Yeah.
And Camby? I mean, what
and
the heck?
Nash.
Camby and Nash, yeah, 5, right?
Depends who you ask.
Okay, so Steve Nash.
Stojakovic.
You know he's a Hall of Famer just for like the international level.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
It still kind of irks me though that we could.
Bullseye.
It kind of irks me though that we could have had Booker. I'm not gonna lie. The fact that I don't know. I mean, I didn't know too much about the class past D'Lo though. I like the first because we had what top 2. We had the second. We had the second pick, I think, right? Because it was Karl
we had
Anthony
this
Towns first. Yeah.
Russell was picked second. Yeah.
Who was first?
Cat.
Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, well. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I just want this finals to be just just fun to watch, and I hope nobody else gets hurt, I mean, I'm a basketball fan in general. Yes, I'm a Laker fan. I'm also a Clipper fan too, and most people just fucking it doesn't make no sense to me. How can I not be a Clipper fan? It's like the Lakers' baby brother, and
So
I'm getting all this shit for it.
So it's safe to say
I grew up a Clippers fan.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I've been a fan since Danny Manning and Mark Jackson. I've been a fan forever.
And that's fine. That's cool. Like, I respect that. Anybody that can say that, I totally respect it. I just personally can't. I have to pick like one team, and I have to stick with that team. And
well, you're so that's the problem with you, Mark. Is you're in a box and you're not willing to go outside that box.
It's that gang life.
That's why you can never go to that next level, Mark.
So